going, I'm going to ask Jay and Becky. They knew about this in advance. So Jay and Becky, to please come forward, because there is a testimony that God is doing in this young couple, and they are starting a new and exciting chapter. And so I asked Jay to kind of elaborate a little bit of what God is doing, and then we want to spend some time praying for them, and then we'll get into a time of sharing the microphones for everyone else. So Jay, here you go.
Good morning. I thought it'd be a lot easier to get through this with writing some notes down, so forgive me for reading off my phone. But something that came to mind was a verse that I want to share. It's Luke 22:31 through 32. Simon, Simon, behold, Satan demanded to have you, that he may sift you like wheat, but I have prayed for you, that your faith may not fail. And when you have turned again, strengthen your brothers. Randy preached on this verse years ago, and it was always been an imagery that's always stuck with me. We all know that life throws things at you you'll never expect. Now, what's awesome is that the Lord actually prays for us. We get the opportunity to turn back and strengthen the brethren, the family of God. And that's what we feel led to do today, is to strengthen and breathe truth into you. To speak plainly, there are countless blessings and multitudes of miracles that are as small as a speck of dust, but have the impact of a sledgehammer. Living Hope has housed me since 2010. It's been the place where my faith has grown as a new believer. It's a place that indirectly led me to my companion and her, the love of my life, Becky. She grew up with the Matthews. This alone amazes me about how intricate God's plans are. She was raised at Calvary, where her father was one of the pastors who was called to ministry in Ohio. With all the countless stories and trials that transpired in between, he led us together. I got baptized by the hands of this church. The hands of this church married us. These hands have prayed for us, hugged us, and challenged us. Becky and I have dug our hands in to serve this body and give what was given to us. Wisdom, knowledge, teaching, and prophecy has left the lips of this body and entered our hearts, guided us, encouraged us, and is changing who we are.
All this to say, we simply want to thank you. So much has happened, and so many memories will continue on in our thoughts. We will not forget you in our prayers, and we ask that you do the same. While we take off on the next step of this adventure we call life, we look to see what God will show us next, what he'll have us do, how he'll challenge us and draw us closer to himself, how a 3,000-mile move is going to shape us, who we are and who we're going to become. Our prayer and our charge to you is this: seek him with all that you have, but don't just stop there. Grasp at all that he's promised. Receive his freedom. Humble yourself to take in his blessings. He fuels and he fills, builds up to pour us out. Assume that title and that posture, that you are a child of God. We are learning. Every step of this most recent process has shown us how out of control we really are and how strong and powerful he is in our surrender. We get it wrong, but it's always worth pressing forward, dreaming more, and thirsting to listen for his call.
We're both excited to start new lines of work in Washington, take time to develop our giftings, and take hold of the mission he's called us to. Please keep in touch as we yearn to do the same. May the Lord fill you with all that he is, that you'd know his great love, and you'd long to impact others, even some newlywed 20-somethings. Thanks.
I love that illustration and the imagery of hands. And one of the things we wanted to do here this morning is obviously have you share, but also have an opportunity for elders and our prophetic team, the members that are here, some of them are out doing Seeds of Hope, to lay hands over you and pray. But I just couldn't help just feeling the Holy Spirit move in this direction. And I apologize if this is one of your first times here at Live in Hope, but if anything, I hope this shows to you the family environment that we want here at Live in Hope. And so I'm going to ask the elders and the prophetic team that are here to come forward, and then I'm going to ask everyone else, if you're able, to please physically come forward so we can lay hands on this couple. So you guys please really encourage you as a church to come forward and lay hands on these guys.